This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. Go to the link in the description below so they know that I sent you. Right, before we start another one, I want to remind everyone my content's sponsored by Card Kingdom. If you're on Twitch, you can click on the link and then on the logo rather below here on Twitch on one of my panels, and it'll take you there and they'll know I sent you. Same on YouTube, except instead you can click on a link in the description below. So we're doing another sealed, War of the Sparks sealed, and yeah, we're doing, it's best of one. So we'll go ahead and jump in, see what we got, and figure out our deck. To Exodus, I'm glad you find my content useful. Ooh. These 5 rares are all really good. Rares or mythics are all really good, so that's a good combination. And yeah, so, and they're all green-white. So I think we should try to play green-white. Dreadhorde Invasion's great, but yeah. Can we do green-white here? It's looking promising. Ooh, very promising. Yeah, okay, so white looks pretty deep. What are other gold cards? Green looks pretty deep too. We do have a Death Sprout, but I don't think that's enough of a reason to... We can splash. We have 2 Gateway Plazas again, so... yeah, so Law Reinforcer, yep, you guys are all playable. Gideon's great. Prison Realm's great. You know, Crovod's not great, but Sergeant, Strike, and Bulwark Giant are all fine. We do have in black 3 Spark Harvests, which is kind of exciting. Dreadhorde Invasion is kind of exciting too. We could splash it, but it is so much better on turn 2. In red, we have Ajaya's Greeting, but that's really the only exciting thing. So I think green-white is a pretty easy decision here. So Giant Growth, Wrangler. We even got a Druid for splashing, actually. Yeah, so... yeah, Wolf, 3 Evolution Sages. We have things with +1/+1 counters. Not as many as maybe I would like, but we have a lot. New Horizons, so we can splash whatever we want, basically. We need to decide if we want to or not. But we can splash whatever we want. So then a Johnny definitely gets in. And so does Nahiri. Yeah, this pull's pretty nuts after the other ones. But Conjurant's something we want too. I don't want the Bully. I mean, it does put a counter on something, but I don't need Dovin either, I don't think. Okay, so there's not really anything worth splashing, which is kind of sad. I mean, Jaya's Greeting's the closest we get. Yeah, I mean, you can't really splash Death Sprout. I don't think we want Huatli. I guess I should look at my deck before I completely say I don't want her. I do have a few cards that would be good with her, like War Screecher, Teo's Light Shield. That's pretty much it. Alright, so we need to cut some stuff. I think we just stay green-white. We don't have any reason. I think Gateway Plaza, when you're only playing 2 colors, does more harm than good. So, where do we make the cuts? Well, Loxodon Sergeant's nothing special. I think that's a good place to go. I kind of feel the same way about Bulwark Giant. Do we want to play New Horizons if we aren't splashing anything? I don't know that we do. It does put counters on things, but I also still have Ugin's Conjurant, Crunch Wrangler, 2 Teo's Light Shields, a Johnny, and Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi. I wish we had more ways to put counters on things, but what are you going to do, you know? We don't have any other random... Green-black is kind of worth looking at because we have way more +1/+1 counters in black, but I think Like, we could go green-black and cut some stuff, but I think green-white is going to be pretty good. Yeah, I don't think we need New Horizons. I'm kind of sad that we have so many ways to proliferate and we don't have that many useful ways to use it, but I think we don't need New Horizons in this deck. And then probably Bulwark Giant isn't something we need either. The Crocodile is a good place to put counters with Light Shield. But that's the only way we have to put counters on things. It's good with Giant Growth, too. The one thing this deck doesn't have a ton of is removal, but we do have Nahiri and Wanderer's Strike. I mean, that works. It's not great, but it does work. But yeah, I think we cut the Giant. I keep coming back to Giant Growth. I mean, as good of a trick as it is, it's still a trick. So, you know, I'm excited about playing Gideon. Hopefully we get to on turn 3 at least once. I mean, this deck is a lot more aggressive than our other ones, so maybe we don't want the Celebration, but I think we probably do. It also has Proliferate, you know, so why not? So I'm thinking Giant Growth and Ward Scare Crocodile is where I'm going to make my cuts here. Yeah, it still leaves us with 15 creatures. Yeah. All right, this looks like a pretty good deck. See if it can get us back winning more than we lost for the day. It would be nice. Oh, we can almost do a turn 3 Gideon. We're going to get close. If we can draw planes, we'll definitely do it. Oh, I guess we have Paradise Druid, so we'll do it either way. Nice. Good job, Paradise Druid. Too bad he doesn't have haste, huh? Yeah, Iron Bully, I guess maybe in this case I should have considered it a little more carefully. Okay, so I think we definitely play Gideon. I mean, he's going to be vulnerable to getting hit by this guy, but
I will defend the weak at every opportunity. Your light will cleave the darkness.
Nice, Gideon. That's pretty cool.
I've fought worse.
Okay, so let's see. I think I just attack with Gideon here. He's indestructible and doesn't take damage, so all he'll do is hit them for 4, right? Yeah, so then I can play both War Screecher and Crawl Stinger. And then I can use his +1, make this indestructible, I guess.
Prepare for battle.
Yeah, and then a Johnny's going to be pretty good. Alright, so alright, so they all have Vigilance. So yeah, let's just send them all in. Oh, we forgot to use his ability, didn't we? Crap. It doesn't make a huge difference, but it does make a difference that I forgot to use his +1. Yeah, like I could have made that indestructible, for example. He's up to 7 loyalty, too, which obviously matters. Okay. Wonder what they do here. Kill a Johnny? Interesting. Still pretty interesting. Too bad I don't have an extra mana lying around.
Now do you see the benefits of peace?
So, if I get rid of the Centaur Nurturer here with Prison Realm, they're not going to be able to kill either Planeswalker next turn. Yeah, I do need to tighten up the Gideon plays for sure. I think I attack and then play Prison Realm on the Nurturer. I could also just plan on playing Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi at the end of their turn. And that might be good enough. Let's just do that. He's not in any real danger at 7 loyalty. Not without them going crazy, you know.
Bring it on.
Okay. I think this is just going to win us the game. My opponent's like, how many rares do you have exactly? Yeah, so Prison Realm. Yeah, that gets us there. Turn 3 Gideon. Even with the misplays I made. Yeah, I think I mean, we played against an opponent who played that turn 2, you know, Amass Bitter Blossom, and turn 4 Chandra in this set, and that made me want to scoop. We actually won that game somehow, but I'm kind of surprised it didn't too. This'll do. Which of my 4 3-mana things do I play first? I think an Evolution Sage. I can set up Teo's Light Shield plus a land next turn. Plus it blocks Erratic Visionary reasonably well. I think I would just take it if the Visionary did attack me. Yeah, I think I just take it. It wouldn't be worth the risk. Okay. Oh, don't want to play the land first. Okay. We play Teo's Light Shield first. See if they counter that or something. Given the fact that we have all 3-drops in our hand, if they did counter it, I think holding on to our land and continuing to do so would actually be pretty good. So yeah, I think we do this. See if it eats a removal spell. No, and then we play a land. Right, I think we attack. It's not like we don't have another Evolution Sage after all. We did use up a counter, but kind of okay with that. Yeah, Gideon flying on Arachdos is a scary combat trick. Unlikely aid. So... Wow. We can play this Evolution Sage first. Then play another land. This is messed up. This pool is messed up. The fact that we got a 7-6 already. Yeah, Iron Bully, you know, if I knew I'd get my Evolution Sages every time, I guess maybe I'd think about it, but... Oh... That's no fun. Hey, look, it's my spoiler card. See you later, everybody. They didn't hit anything great, so that's good. They hit some good stuff, but nothing great. So, Prison Realm on Herald of the Dread Horde is kind of tempting. But I think it's probably better to just... Yeah, proliferate. I got it. I think we just replay Evolution Sage and Crawl Stinger. How often did you get to play Nicol Bolas or Daimon? Oh, they hit a Johnny that time. They have gotten us closer to Gideon. We have them down to 8, so I should probably just start attacking them. Especially if I use Prison Realm on that Herald of the Dread Horde, like... Yeah. You're gonna get milled anyway, but yeah, am I okay with that? I think I'm okay with it. All right. So I think I attack with all 3 of these guys. They're at 8, you know, so everybody rumbles. Then we can play Grateful Apparition in our second main phase. Okay. I have so many cards in exile. Ashiok plus Kaya from the last set would be pretty sweet, I guess. Yeah, we definitely take down the Visionary, who they're probably going to use to loot right here. This does drop them to 6. That matters. Oh, we can just play another Stinger. That might be better than the Apparition. It probably is. The Apparition does give us some reach, though. Has Ashiok always had such Bolas horns looking things on their head? Okay, so Gideon's still in our deck. And that's good news. I had somebody play it against me in one of my sealeds, but I had just enough for lethal against them before it mattered, basically, so it worked out for me. Now there's Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi again. Alright, so both are attacking them again. So do I just leave up mana for Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi? I think I probably do. I can't swing with it this turn because the land doesn't become untapped. Oh, except I have 6 lands, so you're right. I'm an idiot. Good call. Good call. That's definitely what I should have done. That was a mistake. I don't know why I thought I had 5 lands. My opponent's going to be like, why didn't you just end it? Alright, so let's go for it. There's a chance they have a counterspell here. How many lands did they mill? Did they help me out? About as many as you'd expect. All right. Could have a bounce spell or some such thing. Nope. So far, I think in both games I've made some stupid plays, but our deck has been strong enough to get there. Spark. All the bounces are sorceries, huh? I guess they did that because they're worried about armies. They were worried armies wouldn't be good enough if you could just bounce them with that instant speed. This is a good hand. We don't have anything to really abuse Proliferate with, but a turn 3/4/4 is usually pretty good anyway, you know? I could consider, especially if they don't play anything to block, just attacking and then playing Evolution Sage. If they play something to block, obviously. It's not the plan, yeah. Oh, now I can be kind of greedy, though. My Kronch Wrangler. And the ramp here isn't that important in our deck. I honestly think I'm attacking here and then going to play Kronch Wrangler. Yeah. Because then Proliferate will start doing things. Lots of things. Assuming our guy stays alive. Ah, totally lost. That's true. That's true. All right. Glad you feel like the limited videos helped you do well in Sealed. Yeah, so we'll play Bloom Hulk, which gets a counter, and then we give it another counter. And then it attacks for 4. I kind of wish we had Karn's Bastion, but I guess we have so many ways of adding counters to things that we'll be all right, you know? You know what I mean? So we can play Evolution Sage and then a land this turn. So I think we attack with both. Yes, they can kill my Kronch Wrangler, but they have to lose 2 creatures to do it. So I'm okay with it. And they still take a bunch of damage. I'm sad to say Karn is pretty useless in Limited. That's why they're running all those artifacts, though. I do love Karn, but doesn't do much in Limited. I can only play one of these. I guess it'll be the worst creature. Alright. Yeah, the auto tap did kind of screw me there. I noticed that. Silly auto tap. This sealed pool is absurd, so I feel like we should get to 7, you know? Even with just like a few plus and plus 1 counter things, our deck can proliferate so much that we just get silly value out of things. Because so far, we haven't done anything completely insane even with it. We've just made one creature really big a couple times. Alright, I do think this is a keep. It has a potential for a turn 3 Gideon, and it has things to protect Gideon if that's what happens. So, yeah. Seems pretty good. We do need to draw that land. Any land will do. I think too many people are playing Guild Globes from what I've seen so far. Alright, well, we don't have the land yet. Hopefully we'll get there. I think if you have Niv Mizzet, oh my god. Luckily I have Prison Realm, right? I do need to draw a 3rd land for it, but we do have it. Uh-oh. We didn't. Like, I'm not blocking, so I might as well attack him. Just kidding. No, actually, I probably should just in case, because if he starts being able to remove permanents, I would be in trouble. I mean, I guess if you had a really bad pool and you have to run Guild Globe, you have to run Guild Globe, but there's way better fixing around. They're gonna be so mad if we actually get to Prison Realm and then play our own Gideon. Ooh, Elite Guard Mage. I'm jealous. We really need that land. Thank you so much for giving me the land that I so desperately wanted. So yeah, we Prison Realm, Gideon. And we do want to draw another land if we can help it, and we don't attack. Playing Gideon as slowly as we did might be a little frustrating, but I think we'll probably be okay. Ooh, greed. I'm on the greed train with you, man. I feel you. Alright, so we're gonna play our Gideon now. Yeah. +1. I'm gonna do this, and I think we're gonna go with Vigilance so that it can attack. Now the question is, do I want to be super greedy and hold on to this land and then next turn play Evolution Sage, and then a land, or I don't have much. There's no real benefit to me playing a land, so I think maybe leaving things as is probably best. Yep, I got Gideon. That's kind of a problem. Except for that I can make this a 2/4, and it's less of a problem when I can do that. So, I gotta play this now, I think.
I will lend you my strength.
Freaking Sunblade Angel. Yeah, that's bad. They're gonna be able to hit Gideon now.
That was nothing.
Yeah, that was nothing. Now I have no ways to protect Gideon. Didn't even draw land, which a land would have helped.
Your light will cleave the darkness.
See you later, Gideon. We'll have killed one another's Gideons. I guess I may as well attack. Man, they have too many flyers. Too many. For my poor Gideon. And too many for my Law Rune Enforcer to keep up with. Okay, there's some removal. Yeah, I think we play another Evolution Sage. Well, this might be our first loss. Yeah, I probably missed at least one Gideon attack there, I realize. Oh my god. That's not cool. Yeah, proliferate. Yeah, I think we're dead. The God Turtles, that's right. If only we had Plane-Wide Celebration Mana to get back our stuff. Yeah, proliferate. It's nice that it automatically selects all of yours and not your opponent's, but it's also annoying that it still makes you do it even when you have nothing to gain from it. So, Plane-Wide Celebration could get us back in this game. The life gain and yeah, that's probably not going to be enough though even. There's our Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi, but it's too late. Alright. We lost. Right, I'll be right back. I mean, yeah, you guys are right that sometimes you'll actually do something with by pumping your opponent's stuff, but if you don't have those cards in your hand, it should just skip it too. It's too bad even Magic Online doesn't have draft yet. I think it'll have draft before this, maybe? This is a good hand. First impressions are that it's pretty fun. Planeswalkers are fun. They don't seem busted or anything. So that's good. So I could play a turn 4 Nahiri. I mean 3 Nahiri, potentially. Looks like that's probably going to be a pretty good play because they're going to attack me. And then Nahiri can do 1 damage to the Pouncing Lynx. It'd be great if they don't play another creature. They probably will, though. Nope, they don't. That's awesome. Oh my god, now I probably just play Gideon, though. Alright, then. So Gideon it is. Good night, Ananorat. So we can give her Vigilance, which means that She gets to hold on to her difficult to blockness. Oh, they have a prison realm. That's sad. That saddens me, but
I surrender.
that's okay. We can still do the Nahiri plan, which is pretty nice here, I think.
The earth trembles in anticipation of my vengeance. I'll squash you like a roach.
Alright, so Paradise Druid's gonna attack. Then what? I think we'll play our wolf. Dang! Prison Realm number 2. Considering they mulled to 6.
I have failed.
Alright. Yeah, so we'll attack with both. Then we have the Grateful Apparition Tio's Light Shield combo. We'll play the Light Shield next turn, put a counter on the Apparition, and then the Apparition can just make itself larger and larger. So that seems pretty good. So yeah, Light Shield. And then I think we can just attack with everything, honestly. They're at low life. Things going pretty well despite the whole Prison Realm thing. You know, Nahiri was still a 2-for-1 because she still killed something, so. Alright. Nice, Konet. Sounds like a sweet deck. Yeah, Iron Belly. I don't know. I feel like the 3-mana 2/2 with Death Touch is just as good. Luckily, 2-drops aren't as desperate, Billy Ray, as they are in other form in draft, because generally decks are slower. You get Gideon again. And we can play him on turn 3. We're not on the play, and he's not going to have friends to protect him, unfortunately, but I will keep. Hopefully our opponent just gets a slow start and we can just play Gideon, you know what I mean? Otherwise, it might just end up being better to play Arlen's Wolf first. Okay, so far, so slow. See if they have a 3-drop. I hope they don't. And we can just punish them with the might that is Gideon. Just pass your turn. Yeah! Alright. That's what we wanted.
I am here to aid in the assault.
He's here to aid in the assault. You are the assault, Gideon. Dang. Why is everyone able to kill our poor Gideon?
Believe in you, friend.
What did he ever do to them? Alright, so we're gonna play Arlen here. I kind of want to destroy Kiora. I'm gonna attack her. She's just such a ridiculous build around if the deck, you know, And I'm assuming our opponent's deck is capable of taking advantage. Alright, that adds a counter to her. Luckily we can play Nahiri and give Arlen's Wolf first strike. See if they can do something else here.
Let's get moving.
Okay, they do something else, but it's not something I'm super concerned about. So yeah, we'll play Nahiri.
Oppose me and be reduced to rubble.
Bloomhulk has to block if they want to save it, so otherwise Kiora is just dead.
Back to the depths.
Works for me. We have a bunch of lands, no sense in holding on to them. Yeah, I like Bond of Passion okay. I think having one in red deck, especially in sealed, probably is probably fine. I think people are lower on that than they should be. Oh. Bye-bye, Nahiri. Man, that was nasty. Thanks for the follow, Mighty Owler. That was a nasty turn.
One more grudge to hold.
Okay. Good news is, we're basically at parity here. Provided they don't have some other disgusting spell. We'll block. Okay, so I choose two of them, and the chosen ones, leave the chosen cards in your graveyard. Well, it's pretty easy. Yeah, Deliver Unto Evil was pretty good there. Yep. Usually clones, when they copy things, get the ETB ability.
Not to brag, but my friend's kind of a big deal.
Okay. There's our Bloomhulk. Ugh. They're going to draw a card off of theirs. Uh-oh. That guy's so good. So they can also untap a permanent and then also play, or they don't even have to. Not good. I guess it makes sense we got paired against someone with a bunch of crazy cards because our deck has a bunch of crazy cards.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
I have all of my all of my proliferate. All of it ever that I've ever had. Ow. Yep.
Vengeance will rain like meteors.
I mean, do we have a chance of coming back here somehow? I don't think so, but let's see. Nahiri gave everything first strike. Thanks, Nahiri. Thanks. Alright, we're not gonna block. Thank you for the follow, Xenovoid 1. Man, Johnny. Man. We're just gonna play you for fun. But we're dead.
But we could be much greater together. We were not destined to fight.
Wow. I mean, I was going to lose anyway. Did you have to do that? The one is silent. All right. So at a minimum, we are going to get back to... Yeah, we'll get to 9 and 9, which will take us back to 50%. But this deck should do better than that. Come on. I believe in us. Okay. Our deck has so many 3-drops in it. We do have Tio's Light Shield and Evolution Sage, which can be pretty great. Got lots of Proliferate all around us. Yeah, I think I want to play the Sage. Yeah, we'll play the Sage. Does die to a lot of things, but, you know, that's okay. It's okay if they kill it. There you go. Got what I wished for, I guess. Okay, so should probably just play Bloom Hulk. Not be cute with Tio's Light Shield. Our opponent's playing all the removal. The board is wide open, so I think actually trying to play a Johnny here and tick him up and whatnot, probably a good idea. My opponent has a Johnny as their thing. Oh, come on. Why you gotta be like that to poor Johnny? Well, now what do we do? Just play Gideon? Then I have 2 Planeswalkers in play that they have to deal with, but I don't have any way to protect short of, yeah. So... yeah, I think I just play Arlen's Wolf here. And use a Johnny's +1 again.
Now do you see the benefits of peace?
Attack Johnny for 2.
I will not prevail.
Alright. I wish I could play Gideon and Prison Realm in the same turn. Wouldn't that be great? I can't, though. So we're going to play Prison Realm on that Dam Breaker. Another Light Shield. I don't think that's really what we need right now. Attack for 3. Gain another 3.
Now do you see the benefits of peace?
If nothing else, Gideon is preventing a ton of damage. And gaining us a bunch of life. Johnny, that is. I may have just said Gideon. They just use divination over there.
Nothing but a flesh wound.
Another flyer, huh? Another flyer. So is it worth just having him die and getting the counters here? Might be. Yeah, it is. Because I can play Crawl Stinger, War Screecher, and then...
Light shall always conquer darkness.
Gideon's ready for backup here. Hopefully. I'm kind of hoping this doesn't become a 3-4 here, but they have 1,000,000 mana and 4 cards in their hand, so could be a foolish hope. Yeah. Yep, now it's a 3-4. Great. That's what I was hoping for. Ugh. The fact that I can't protect Gideon is really frustrating. But I think we do play him.
Let me lead the charge into darkness.
I think giving Crawl Stinger indestructible here could be interesting.
I believe in you.
Okay, got him low on life, but obviously Gideon's about to die. But the fact that they have to attack Gideon here to kill him, and then, you know, we have other stuff going on is pretty good.
Another day, villain.
Time to test the balls.
Harlan is less than ideal.
Fight.
That's for sure. Alright, so I think we attack them with both of these. They have to block one of them. So I'm guessing Crawl Stinger and the Wolf trade for each other here. And they go to 3. I think they should have just taken 8, but, you know. They're going to do what they want.
Please protect my pack.
Yeah. I think we are out of gas, and our opponent has plenty to spare, plus evasive creatures.
This is your hunt now.
We do have a lot of life, and hopefully that buys us time to draw something, but we've used basically all our best cards. So that'll be a challenge. We have a lot of Proliferate, I guess, which could be useful. God, I wish I had a way to do 2 damage to them in this deck. Why am I not playing red? I think we're only going to manage 4 and 3 with this thing, which is kind of silly. Like, for real. What are you going to do, you know? Can't win them all. Can't win more than 4, apparently. That's interesting. Very interesting, actually. That makes my opponent's life a little more complicated if I'm allowed to let it resolve.
You may
The wolf can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, is its ability. Yeah, so... I'm pretty sure we're just dead, like... Because I can attack pretty effectively here. I mean, really effectively? I guess I'm not quite dead, honestly. Yeah, so we attack with Arlen's Wolf at them. They have to double block, and they can only have 2 wolves who can block it, so it means I'll kill one of them. And I guess we'll play a land. We also have a planar celebration, don't we? That could help get us out of this. Oh. Not so much now. 5, 7. Yeah. Well, we're not 100% dead. So many planeswalkers have died for me. There's the planar celebration. That makes things a little more interesting. I have to gain some life with it to survive. How much exactly? I'm at 10, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they can do 12 to me. So gain 4. Or I could just make blockers, actually. That may just be better. So make 2 blockers, and return 1 permanent. Maybe 2 permanents. Let's do 2 permanents. Yeah, I mean... These flyers are the real problem, so I kind of need something like War Screecher. I guess War Screecher and Gideon. You know, if I tap my mana differently, I could have played War Screecher. There is a ton of removal in this set. I think they had to do that to make it easier to get at Planeswalkers and the like. Oh, never mind. I wouldn't have had the mana either way. We're still, like, dead, I think. Pretty sure we're dead. We are going to take 6. All right, so... I don't think there's any way for us to get out of this, but hey, we'll play our cards anyway. Yeah, so we just went 4 and 3 with this, which is pretty disappointing. I think it's kind of funny because I think the games where I made the worst misplays, we actually won. And the ones where I didn't make misplays didn't go as well. But that's all right. Yeah, Nahiri might have been better than Gideon. She could have killed something right away. But we still would have been dead. I don't think we had any option that was going to save us. Unfortunately. All right, well, that will do it for today. We did what? Yeah, 3. That was our 3rd sealed, so that was fun. I'm not 100% sure I'll be streaming this weekend, but I will be next week, and then starting the first full week of May, I'll be streaming a bunch. So yeah, thanks for everybody who stopped by. Hope you enjoyed seeing the new set. I'm excited to play some more of it. Everybody have a nice rest of your day.